In this video, we're going to be talking about two fragrances from the house of Dolce & Gabbana. And if you can tell from the title of the video, I had a grapefruit overload. The two fragrances I'm going to be talking about are Dolce & Gabbana K Eau de Parfum and one of the most popular fragrances that came out in around the same time frame, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Forever Pour Homme Eau de Parfum. I can't give you any good reasoning as to why I wore these two fragrances. I just know that when I got up that morning, it was Friday morning. Today is Sunday, by the way. And I put on K. And as I was walking out of my closet, something hit me and was like, you know what? Try a double dose of grapefruit. So I went back in the closet and I put on Light Blue Forever. And I instantly regretted it, guys. The reason why I regretted it is there was just way too much going on in the opening of spraying on these two fragrances. And if you don't know about K or Light Blue Forever, both of these are grapefruit dominant fragrances. Light Blue Forever is a bit more on the aggressive side than K is. K is more of a synthetic style grapefruit, not so much a realistic grapefruit. A bit more on the woody side than anything. Light Blue Forever is more of the realistic style grapefruit and is top heavy, citrusy, very ozonic. It doesn't have quite as many notes in it as K does, but it gets the job done. It's a bit more vibrant, a bit more refreshing, if you ask me. Now, if you're looking for a more woodier style fragrance, something a little bit more subtle, this one has, I believe, some lavender. There's some juniper berries in this one, blood orange, Sicilian lemon, some pimento, clary sage, geranium, vetiver, cedar, and patchouli. K, for some strange reason, did not get the same kind of hype as Light Blue Forever did. And honestly speaking, I was a little bit bitter towards that, which is one reason why I said when I first got Light Blue Forever that it wasn't all of that. If you strip away the realistic grapefruit, what else do you have? And that video, I will try to link that. So make sure you pay attention to the corner up here. If it pops up, you can click that and it'll take you to that video. But I absolutely love K personally. Light Blue Forever, after I got over my initial stigma of following or being a hater, I should say, of this fragrance, I actually like it a lot. Now, I don't like it enough to layer it again with K, but maybe with some other style fragrance would suffice a little bit better. Now, I will say once these two fragrances dried down, it did get better because the realistic grapefruit in this one, the ozonicness in this one, the freshness, the refreshingness in this one blended well with the woody notes from K, and it smelled very, very nice. I liked it, especially when I was riding around on the forklift and it was wafting in the air. I was picking it up very nicely. The opening is really where I regretted spraying these two fragrances on. Now, I'll leave links in the description as to where you may be able to find both of these fragrances at a great deal. I haven't seen Light Blue Forever in rack stores personally. Some of you may have, but I haven't. But if you do, make sure you get it at a great price. K I believe I've seen a gift set or two. May not have been the Eau de Parfum. It may have been the EDT. And I recommend getting the EDT. Not sure if there's a Parfum version of this, but definitely if you see K in your local Ulta, Belks, Macy's, wherever they have fragrances on display that you can just spray or they can spray for you, get your nose on it before you purchase at full retail. Both of these I highly recommend trying first, because if you're not a grapefruit person, you may not be into, I'll say, light blue forever. K is more of a synthetic smelling scent, so you may like this one a little bit better. Performance for both of these on my skin. Now, I don't like giving out performance evaluations because they differ. What works for me or may not work for you is going to do the opposite in many cases for someone else. But I will say I've worn both of these separate on two separate occasions. K didn't have the best performance. I may have gotten 5.5 hours on skin out of this one. On clothes, that's a different story. It's a little longer, of course. For light blue forever on skin, I believe I got like 6.5, maybe 7 hours of longevity on skin. This tends to hang on a little bit longer, in which, personally speaking, for me, most of the Dolce & Gabbana fragrances from this particular line and this style bottle, they usually tend to perform pretty good on me. Now, whether I like a lot of them, the scent profiles or not, that's different. But they do tend to perform pretty nicely on my skin. Dolce & Gabbana over the past several years have been hit or miss. And I personally, both of these, and I'm just being very transparent here, even though I did hate on Light Blue Forever in the beginning. Both of these, in my personal opinion, are very good fragrances. I don't think that K is worth what they're charging full retail for them. Light Blue Forever, on the other hand, maybe. I'm not saying go out and spend 70, 80, 90, 100 and something dollars on a bottle. Maybe if you can get it 50 some odd dollars, pushing 60. If you can get a bigger size bottle, but definitely get your nose on both of these. Now, K has this crown on it, and this is something I should have did in the opening. A lot of people didn't like it. I think it's okay. It's not bad. I've dropped mine several times, so a bunch of the little pieces on the top have broken off. The atomizer isn't bad for this one. Not sure if you guys can see that, but it's a very good atomizer. And Light Blue Forever also has a decent atomizer. Yeah, in the air, I'm already picking up K because I sprayed it first. And now Light Blue Forever is blending in with it. On my skin, it just didn't do right for me. It was just overpowering, very overwhelming. I do not recommend spraying these two in a combination and wearing them to the office, because I guarantee you it's going to be very offensive. The one I probably would wear most to the office is probably going to be K. It's a bit more, like I said, on the woody side, being that it has lavender and a lot of woodier notes. It would sit well better if you don't overspray. Maybe 2, possibly 3 sprays of this one. Light Blue Forever, on the other hand, is a bit more on the aggressive side and probably would be offensive to people in an enclosed space like an office. This one, if you did try it, I only recommend maybe 1 spray on the inside of your shirt, not the outside. Put one on the inside. If you're wearing an undershirt, spray it on that undershirt. And then see what happens. But I definitely wouldn't go any more than 2 sprays of this if you did try to wear it in the office. This one is more, for me personally speaking, more of an outside style fragrance. If you're gonna spray it on and be outdoors, a barbecue, gathering, maybe the beach, something like that. Definitely, I would wear something like this: white T-shirt, maybe some kind of shorts, boat shoes, or even your flip flops, slides, or whatever you want to call them. Just some outdoorsy type stuff. All right, guys. Well, that is my video. If you have any familiarity with either of these fragrances, both separately and together, let me know how that combination turned out for you. If you found these fragrances for a very good price, definitely let us know in the comment section. You never know, that information may be helpful to someone. I'm out of here, guys. Here is to smelling great. Peace.